Hi, this is Chef Dave from Chef to You. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make a homemade pizza crust and we're going to top it with our cheese and our sauce and bake it. Today I got assistance from my grandson Dylan and he's going to help us make the dough and put the toppings on the pizza. Let's go ahead and take a look at our dough and get that started. We got 6 ingredients today. Bread flour if you have it, but you use all-purpose if you don't. We have 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar. We have water, and we got some active dry yeast. What we're going to do is open this yeast up and put it in the water. And then we're going to add our sugar. We want the water about 110 degrees, slightly warm, but you don't want it too hot, it's going to kill the yeast. We're going to add our sugar. And we'll just stir this up and let this grow and get warm. This is active dry yeast. You can just add it to your flour, but I like to activate it so I can get speeding up the process a little bit. The rest of our ingredients over here, we got a salt and we got our oil. We're going to put these 2 together. We're going to let this stand about 10 minutes and then we'll add 3 items together. I'll let the yeast sit for about 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and pour it into our flour mixture. Let's go ahead and mix this up with this fork. Mix this up really well. If it's a little wet for you, you can add some more flour. If it's a little dry, you can add a little bit of water to it. It always depends. Each day makes it a little different. Today it's kind of cool and damp outside, so it may be affecting it a little bit. We want it where if you touch it, it doesn't stick to your finger. So we're going to mix this up well. If it's a little tacky, we're going to add a little bit more flour to it. Our dough is not that tacky right this minute. We're going to put just a pinch of flour on the table here, and we're going to start kneading this. Dylan, when you go get pizza, you don't realize there's a lot of work ahead of time before you get that pizza. 2 or 3 hours ahead of time, that pizza maker in the back's doing this dough like I am right now. He's working that dough, getting it ready for your pizza. And they don't just pull it out of the box and bake it like we see convenient pizzas today. What we want to do today is we want to knead this. If it gets a little tacky, put a little bit of flour on it. It should not stick to your hands. It should not stick to the table. We're going to knead this about 60 or 70 pushes. Alright, kind of push away from yourself and work the dough. Alright, what you want to do, you want to bring it back and push. Okay, bring it back and push. And put a little more flour on it, we're starting to stick it. I've kneaded this about 80 or 90 times. Let's go and take a ball of dough and we want to roll it so we can create a skin on top. The skin is very important. As it rises, the skin is going to keep the gases in and it's going to help it rise and make it tender. Let's bring our bowl over, set the skin side up, take some clear wrap. You can use a damp towel, you can use wax paper, whatever you choose to do. Now we'll set this on the stove for about 40 minutes, let the dough double. Then we're going to pop it and then we're going to go ahead and let it rise one more time for 10 minutes and make up a crust. Let the dough rise for about 45 minutes. You can tell the dough is ready if you push your finger in. At least the indentation is still in there. We're going to go ahead and pop this dough and bring the dough out. We're going to make a ball back out of it again. See how light and airy that dough is? We're going to do the skin form one more time, nice and round on top. We're going to set it back in here and give it 10 more minutes. Then we're going to pop it, roll it out, and make our pizza. Let the dough rise a second time. We have our skin side on top and we have a rough side on the bottom. See how it's sticking to my fingers? We're going to take the smooth side and put it down. There's a reason for this. This is slide on the table, but if we put the sticky side down, we're going to have to put a lot of flour. We're going to put enough flour down here that we can press it out. Dylan, can you hand me the rolling pin? Thank you. We're going to roll this out. I'm going to let Dylan roll some of it out. We're going to roll it about almost the distance we need for that pizza pan, and then we're going to pick it up and we're going to toss it just a little bit and get the size we need. Keep it not a heavy pressure. There you go. Roll the whole length. Push down a little bit harder on it. Go this direction. Good job. A little bit more pressure on it. All right. Get the dough rolled out. Now we're going to take it and pick it up with our hands. Take the back of our hands. We're just going to work the dough in a circle until we get the size we want. Dylan, can you bring the pizza pan over here for me? I'm going to take our pizza. They're not quite big enough. Let's go one more circle around. And we'll bring this all the way to the edge. Dylan, I'm going to slide this over to you, or actually slide you over to me. And we're going to take a fork and we're going to dock this dough. So when the dough is rising, we don't get big gas pockets in it and have big spots on it. So the dough will rise evenly. Keep going, you're doing fine. Let you be center stage. What we're going to do is we're going to take about 5 ladles of this sauce right here. Alright, I'm going to do the first one. Drop that one there. Drop 4 more all the way around here. Alright, let me show you. Kind of rule of thumb is about your thumbnail. You want to don't let the sauce get any closer to the edge than your thumbnail. Just kind of eyeball it. What I like to do is I do my outside edge first. That way I can do rest my sauce in the center. That way I don't hit the outside edge. So we'll do our best to keep about a thumbnail from the edge of the dough, that when you pick up the pizza, when you're eating it, you're not going to get pizza on your hand. Alright, now you take the rest, swirl this in the middle, and we'll get the sauce done. Good job. That looks great right there. Nice and even. Our next ingredient, we're going to take some mozzarella cheese. Same thing. Wherever this sauce at, Dylan, that's where you want cheese. We don't need it over here. We don't need it on the edge. Go ahead and drop your mozzarella cheese. That's where the crust is at. That's right. Go ahead and spread this all the way around. Now we're going to put our pepperoni on, Dylan. Again, let's start right here, work your way around a circle, and then fill it in. Have fun. Dylan, what we got here, we got some dry oregano. And like you just said, it smells just like pizza. Oregano, what they use a lot. What we do is just drop a little bit on the pizza to enhance the flavor. So you do the same thing I did, a couple pinches right there, spread it across the pizza. That's going to give you a rich Italian flavor. Dylan, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in a 450 degree oven for 8 minutes, and then we're going to check it at 8 minutes. We're going to make sure that the crust on the bottom is dark enough. Remember, always go on the bottom shelf of your oven because you want that direct heat off the bottom to brown that bottom crust. You got your pepperoni where you want it. Something I do a little different, folks, that a lot of people don't do. I got some banana peppers here. I like to take some banana pepper juice and drizzle it around the pizza. It just brings out that natural flavor of the tomatoes and just enhances the pizza altogether. You have jalapenos, a little bit of jalapeno juice is great also. Dylan, my pizza's out of the oven. It's been sitting about 4 or 5 minutes. Notice the nice golden color on the outside. You lift up the bottom, see the nice color on the bottom. Let people see that also. Alright, top is cooked really good. The pepperoni and the cheese look real good. Nice little brown spots. Now it's time to cut it. We're going to take our pizza wheels. We'll start right here. We'll work our way across. Just take our time. Wiggle it back and forth till we know that we got that crust cut. Dylan, the pizza's finished. Everything looks good, it's been cut. It's time to put this on the table, and the other one's coming out in 3 or 4 minutes. Alright, you ready? 1, 2, 3. This is Chef Dave Bishop cooking and teaching. The next time, may God bless.